Hey Gemini, I missed you guys. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Let's see what messages want to come through for you, what you need to know right now. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Show me clearly. We have the lion coming out. We have the bat. Ooh, who's in charge? Who's in charge? You're in charge. You have this strong, bold, feisty energy, but it's in a way that's, I'm hearing concealed, or like it's in a way where you're presenting yourself very structured and like, I'm hearing royalty. Like you're like royalty. You're not to be messed with. There's something you're beginning. There's a new cycle here. There's something that you in the near future or you recently have been doing. There's something you've like released, Gemini. I'm seeing this next full moon, which is in your sign, is going to be transformative for you. I'm feeling like the lion and the bat, this is conclusions, this is realizations, this is epiphanies and truth coming to the surface, bubbling up to the surface. And with this truth, I'm hearing it sets you free, or it finally gives you the closure or the confirmation to move on or move forwards, or I think something's wrapping up. Something is clearly wrapping up in this stage in your life, and it's very symbolic. I feel like this is a long time coming. We have the vulture also at the bottom, the bee and the wolf. There's been loose ends you've had to clear up, you've had to tidy up, you've had to take care of some business. It could have been really draining or very exhausting and repetitive, or just like something you felt for the longest time, like you felt that it was never going to be finished, or it was going to take forever for this to finally be done or behind you, or but you're here. Like you made it. You've made it. You've made it. You made it. You made it. You made it. Oh my goodness. And it feels really good. And you feel proud. You feel accomplished. You feel like, wow, I fucking did it. I can't believe I did it. I remember praying for times like this. And here you are. You may have Leo placements. I always say the lion is Leo energy. You may have Leo placements. Leo could be important for some of you. Maybe there's a Leo cross watcher. Shout out to you. I see you. I see you. Welcome. But this just feels you're standing on business. This feels like anything that is being brought up, anything from your past, if there are loose ends, you're not backing down. You are owning it. You're owning the actions, the decisions, the things that you said. You're not backing down. Like that's this energy here. And there's things that are being revealed to you. And I don't really think you're shocked with the lion. If anything, you saw this coming from miles and miles away. But so this opens a brand new door for you. This opens a whole new opportunity. Something about springtime is going to be important for this collective. Something about spring, like Aries season, that came through in one of the readings I did yesterday. I don't even remember which sign, but and obviously timelines are fluid. We all got free will. Timelines can change. Nothing's set in stone, right? With the tarot, this is just based off current energies. But I am seeing it's a very refreshing and freeing energy that you're stepping into. And I feel like over the next couple of months, whenever you come across this reading, there's just this sense of renewal. I love it. I love it. I'm also seeing something about eclipse season next year, which is the end of February through March, because we have the moon and then we have the sun. So for me as a reader, whenever I see those symbols in readings, it makes me think of the eclipses. So maybe this is even connecting back to the last set of eclipses, which was in like September in Virgo, and then we had our final eclipse in Libra. So there could even be some events clearing up or wrapping up that could be connected to those months a few months ago. For some of you, not for everybody. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. And speaking of endings, we have the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck that I'll be using to start the tarot section. So let's see here what is going on for Gemini. What do my Geminis need to know right now? Let's see what the energy's looking like. The world, I mean, seriously, why am I hearing it can't get better than this? Oh, but it can, and it will, and it's only going to get better and better. But like, I'm hearing, what's at the bottom? The Fool. Ooh, happy endings, y'all. Happy endings. A new era, a new life, a new experience, a new way of being, a new way of loving, a new way of receiving. If you had trouble with receiving in the past, not anymore. You are showing up here extremely attractive. Extremely attractive. You're like a magnet. You're calling in things easily and effortlessly. You are divine. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Absolutely gorgeous. Confident, secure, temperance energy, Sagittarius, which we are currently in Sagittarius season. Wow, look at how those cards fell out. We have Justice and the Page of Cups. There might even be some sort of justice being brought into some kind of relationship here. Okay. 9 of Wands at the bottom. With the Fool, here we have it again. Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, see, this is that anticipation. Like, you can anticipate, you see these things coming towards you. It's no surprise. It's no surprise. Because I see, again, you standing on business. There you are, putting your foot down. You have your expectations on yourself and what you desire and what, your standards. Raise your standards, raising the quality over quantity is what this makes me think of. You're not backing down. It's very hard for anything or anybody to pull you back to what used to be or how your life used to feel, or the relationships that don't serve you. The fact that we had the Fool come out at the bottom when this card flew out, yeah, it tells me that this is a pivotal time in your life, and what's done is done. There's truly no going back, and you don't want to go back. You don't want to go back. There's this sense of freedom. We talked about that with the bear and the bat. There's this freedom element. You finally are free from something. It feels so good to be free. It feels so good to be free, doesn't it? And you feel confident in this ending, or the way things have closed out. There's like nothing you would do differently. If you could go back in a time machine, you wouldn't change a thing. Some of you would be like, well, I would have left sooner, or I would have ended this sooner. Okay, well, at least it's over now, right? But I feel you're very confident in the way you handled this situation, which I love that. And again, the Lion, very confident, self-assured energy. There's no wavering here at all. Like, there is literally no wavering in where you're at in your path. And I really admire that. That takes a lot of strength, y'all. But 9 of Pentacles, I want to say, your money is looking good. Your money's looking good. All your investments that you've made, it's coming back to you. It is attracted to you. I am seeing here, definitely, some of you have a new job, right? We have Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, opportunities to enhance your financial freedom. I'm also hearing enhancing your financial literacy, like becoming more smart when it comes to your money, when it comes to your spending and investments and taxes and like all that nitty gritty stuff. Crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and making your money work for you instead of you working for it. You get me? I'm feeling like you might have an opportunity for collaboration here. There might be someone who wants to work with you, or there might be some kind of partnership that's going to add a lot of value into your life. I don't really sense this as romance. If anybody's like, what about love? I'm not really seeing much about that right now. But maybe we could say Justice and the Page of Cups. If you and a specific person aren't on the best of terms, this Justice and the Page of Cups brings opportunity for bringing in healing and forgiveness and balancing the scales, especially if it's been a little one-sided. But you just saying, make them work for it. I'm hearing, like, don't be so easily available or easily accessible. Make them work for it. Make them prove themselves. Some of y'all have been way too easily nice and forgiving and just like laxy daisy. And where did that get you? Right? You deserve respect. You deserve respect and honesty. So let me see, what else am I feeling from this? Knight of Pentacles, Temperance. You're really just, this is a great month for you to focus on your own personal goals, pursuits, desires. This is an amazing month for you to really get things off the ground. Especially, I know we've had all this retrograde energy. I don't know about you, but there has just been a lot of delays and things that have popped up that have forced me to slow down. Even today, my blow dryer broke. It stopped working. So that was fun. I had to find a way to make things work, and it slowed me down, but here I am. It's like 7 p.m. I wanted to get to readings earlier, but here we are. It's cool because this is this is the message that meant to come through for you. So divine timing, right? You can't force it. But a lot of the planets that have been retrograding for a while, they're about to station direct. There's going to be a lot of forward momentum, y'all. I'm so excited. I don't know about you, but I'm so excited to just like get going. And that's this energy. That's literally this energy, but it's not in a forceful, pushy pressure. It's like ease, smooth, seamless, amazing. Amazing. And it's because you've learned your lessons. Temperance and Justice, you've learned your lessons. And you're being rewarded for it, for how far you've come and how much you've grown and how much you've evolved, and you've done a lot of reflection. You're being rewarded for your efforts, and it's truly incredible. And you might have some sort of news come in. Justice and the Page of Cups. And this is something that brings relief, I feel, from this. It feels like a hug. It feels like this nice, warm hug. It feels soothing. It feels healing. It feels grounding. Like, again, well accomplished. You feel accomplished. It's 9 of Wands. You're like, yeah, okay, I put in that effort. Maybe blood, sweat, and tears. I may have cried over this. It may have pushed me to my limits, but I'm so freaking glad I did not quit. I didn't give up. I didn't lose hope. And look at what this brought me. The Fool, Ace of Pentacles, and you're jumping right on in. There's no doubt or hesitation. We said that earlier, right? You're not wavering. You are just fully in alignment with your true self. Oh, this is just so beautiful. I love it. I love it. And even at the bottom, more cards at the bottom with the Empress. Like, oh, it gets better and better and better. Like the cherry on top. Queen of Wands, nice. High Priestess. Like, it's good. Follow your intuition. It's leading to a way more abundance and way more attraction as well. Like, you are showing, whoever you are so beautiful. You are so attractive. You are so handsome. You are just like, chef's kiss. So don't you ever doubt that. There's just something about your energy that's just glowing, and yeah, you just feeling really good, like feeling on top of the world, as you should, as you freaking should. So anyways, let's clarify. Let's dive a little bit deeper, get a little bit more specific of like what all this is. I love it. This is good vibes. I'm so happy for you. Count out the worlds. Let's see why the world is here for Gemini. Tell me about the world. Eight of Pentacles. You've put a lot of effort into this. 4 Cups and the Ace of Wands. And at times it felt like it was going nowhere. Like you're putting in all this energy, and for what? For what? Like it wasn't really, you weren't seeing the desired results or the desired outcome. But the thing is, you kept going, right? That persistence, that dedication, you did not quit, you didn't give up, and you're so going to be proud of yourself, of what is coming out of this. There's some sort of new action that you're taking, because you've been going at this, or the way this is ending is because your approach is changing. You've been going at this a certain way, using a specific tool, and that tool's just not functioning the way it should be. So you got to switch it up. 4 of Wands to this Ace of Wands. 4 of Cups to this Ace of Wands is kind of saying like, maybe change your method. shake things up a little bit, especially if you've been getting nowhere, or you feel like you've been just stuck or stagnant or attracting the same outcome, the same people, the same situation. It's just the same old going around in loopholes. It's saying that it's time for you to take different action or approach the situation differently. So that's what you're doing. That's what is creating this transition. That's what's creating this massive change. 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. I see like you've been kind of, some of you, this isn't going to be for everybody. Use it with a grain of salt. Use your discernment. Some of you have been straight up holding on to like a lot of pain, hurt, heartbreak, resentment, anger. And that is maybe what's been keeping you stuck or keeping you in this pattern of attracting not like-minded, no, scratch that, but like attracting the same pattern in different situations and different faces in different places, like because you were holding on to that wound that needed to be healed, and maybe you had held yourself back from actually feeling or like sitting with that pain, sitting with that discomfort. You were like resisting it or suppressing it or avoiding it, distracting yourself even with work or just staying busy. But again, you change your approach, your entire life changes. Ace of Pentacles, there we have it, double confirmation. So 9 of Pentacles, let's see what this is saying here. Page of Pentacles reversed. I don't know why I laughed, but I guess you could say universe has a funny sense of humor. Page of Pentacles reversed, 6 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords, because it's like what you went through. We have a lot of 9s, by the way. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups is at the bottom, 9 of Wands. We've getting all these 9s. 999 could be important or symbolic for a few of you. Maybe you are born on the 9th. But what I'm seeing is like situations that missed you, whatever that passed you by, it pushed you to become stronger in your self-worth, in your value, in your skills. Like it transformed you. I'm also hearing like it undone a part of you that was like deeply rooted and wasn't in alignment with who your true being, your true essence. And so that was like part of this undoing process and becoming your truest self. Like, does that make sense? Because the way the 6 of Swords moving right into 10 of Wands and the 5 of Swords territory, like this is some hefty, challenging, this is like, and what we're clarifying, the 9 of Pentacles, this brought you closer to yourself. This brought you closer to just like massive upgrades and level up. So like, that's what you've been going through. And maybe there was a part of you that was a bit stubborn, or what was this? 9 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. Like you didn't want to leave, or you didn't want to quit up. Like you're not a quitter. I said that so weird. Quit up. You didn't want to give up. You didn't want to quit. You're not a quitter. You don't give up very easily. When you have your mind or your heart, or like when you're set on something, it takes a lot for you to let go when you see your vision. Like you have that vision. You never want to like give up on that vision because you believe in it so fully. And I think that this is just like big redirection moment. And I feel like we've talked about this in, I don't even know. Actually, I don't know. Some reading in a past time. Past life, not past life. Unless I read tarot cards in the last life I lived. Fucking, what am I saying? That it's not always your responsibility to pick up other people's crap or problems or issues or try and solve everybody's problems in this life. And perhaps it was like you were trying to change somebody, and really it's a time for you to reflect on like, wait a minute, what am I avoiding within myself? I'm chasing after this person, trying to change them, trying to help them. It's like, wait a minute, how, in what ways am I neglecting myself? Like, you know, so it taught you to go prioritize you and your needs and get back into balance and get back into harmony, because you were definitely a little off. Something wasn't quite in alignment with you. Something like that. So temperance and justice. You're totally in alignment now. My gosh. Like, we have the world and the 9 of cups at the bottom. Tell me about temperance. So this like tested your patience. It brought you closer to God, universe, spirit. Made you, I'm hearing with the 2 of Pentacles, it made you question a lot of things, or you're like now weighing out like, what is it that you truly want in life, or where you want to go? What do you want to settle down? What is it that you want to pursue? And oh, we got the devil coming out. We're like weighing out certain decisions. 2 of Wands. Let's get 6 of Cups. You're like looking at your past a bit differently, in what ways you could have handled things a little bit better, a little bit differently, or, you know, knowing what you know now versus what you knew back then. You've changed a lot. So this might be a time where you're finding yourself looking back at past situations, and maybe you even feel, no, not anymore actually. Temperance, this feels more, temperance and justice, this is like healing and acceptance and like no regrets. But perhaps in the past, or like recent past, you did have a little bit of regret, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe whatever. Like you, again, that whole like, oh, maybe if I go back in the past and change XYZ, this would be different. But like you've reached this state of acceptance. And you're no longer obsessing over this, is what I'm seeing here. Because sometimes the devil can be a bit obsessive or destructive, right? But you're like looking at the choices that you made and how they got you where you are today. And you just recognize you don't have to stay on this path, or you don't have to continue doing what clearly isn't working anymore. And so you're choosing a different path here. You're switching lanes. Chariot at the bottom, 10 of Pentacles reversed, 7 of Wands. This is a bit of a destabilizing energy, especially the Chariot and the 10 of Pentacles reversed, because it does feel like leaving behind a broken foundation. Because let's be real, 10 of Pentacles, this isn't going to be sustainable. This isn't going to be something that supports you or brings you that abundance, or brings you that the hopes, the dreams, the joys and success and all that good stuff. The 10 of Pentacles reverse, this is where we feel unsafe. We're lacking stability, you know, lacking trust, lacking the resources, lacking the support. And like realistically, that's not what you want to settle for. That's not where you're trying to end up in life. That's not what you want moving forward. Unless if you're like in a time of your life where you're wanting more freedom and less obligation, or less, and I think I talked about that in like a reading I did yesterday. I think it was maybe Cancer. But if you're like in this point of your life where you want to be more free and independent, then that's also this is saying that as well. Like if you're wanting to go travel the world, if you're wanting to go, I don't know, just do something a little bit more adventurous without the hassle, or without the being locked down and permanent. Like, I don't know. I'm just seeing something like that. What was this card? 7 of Wands. This was after the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Some people might not understand, and they don't have to, because it's not their life. This is your life. You don't have to explain yourself or try and justify your reason. Like if you're moving, right? Maybe you have roommates and you're like, yo, I can't, I just gotta live on my own, or I just don't resonate with this environment, or we don't get along, or the way you live your life and how I live, we're just not compatible. No hard feelings. There might be some people that take it personal, or they may take it kind of like, well, what did I do wrong? 7 of Cups, 4 of Swords. I guess it's good to be intentional and clear with like how you feel. Like look at this. This is the same shit with the 9 of Pentacles underneath the 4 of Swords. Like you just want your space, or like your independence, or it just seems like definitely on a path to something different than what you have gotten used to. You're wanting to break that pattern. So that's very awesome. I don't know. Let's move on from that. Justice. Let's see why justice is here. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra. 2 of Cups. With the Fool. Fool coming out again. So that's like 3rd time we've seen the Fool in this reading. One more for Justice. Four of Swords. And it's sideways, so there are some things to clear up. A little restless. And we have the Hermit at the bottom. You've been like doing a lot of thinking and reflection and trying to do what's fair, trying to do what's right. Right, we're clarifying justice. That's all about fairness and what is just and what is, the right way to handle things, the responsible way. If you're dealing with even like legal matters or having to bring in lawyers or fucking like split things even Steven. Shout out to anybody named Steven. Fair and square, okay? But there's been a little bit of this restlessness. Nothing too crazy. It's not completely in the reverse, but it's not completely upright. It's like there's moments, there's like these little waves where you kind of get a little antsy or a little like, how is this going to work out? Or how is this all going to unfold? Or what's going to happen in the future? Me and this person, me and this relationship. Like, are we going to make it to the end? Are we going to be together? Are we going to go our separate ways? If you have children, like all these different thoughts here and like what the future holds for not just you, but like you and another, you and a group of people, or you and your family, or you and... But this feels more personal now. Now we're kind of switching gears. This feels a little bit more personal. Like what's going to happen between me and these people that I care about, I love. And so there's a little bit of that restlessness, nothing too crazy. But this is clarifying justice, which tells us that there's like a win-win outcome here. I almost felt like I was going to sneeze. So if you just sneeze, bless you. Might just be my... sinuses, allergies after that. We have the Hermit, the Emperor, and the Ace of Pentacles. Like, look at you. Like, I see you handling this in a very grounded and mature and secure way. Again, it goes back to the line at the very beginning of this reading, which I don't even remember what I said at the beginning of the reading, but Lion, it's like this confidence. It is this, like, leadership, taking the reins, taking the lead, being the one who orchestrates. That's how I'm putting it right now. And I'm seeing that coming through again, where it's like you have a solid plan. You have a solid plan. Be confident in your plan, because I'm seeing that this is something that is like, you've given it a lot of thought. Probably had a little bit of restless nights, or like, you wake up, you can't really fall asleep, or you're waking up multiple times through the night at that Four of Swords sideways. Maybe you're dreaming about this, or just like a lot of intense visions or downloads that you've been receiving from spirit, but it's truly guiding you down the right way, the right path, the right road, It is. And the way that you're handling this, I feel like you have this under control as best as possible, because not everything you can control, right? But for this circumstance, you have things under control. And you could be expressing that, because then the next thing we have is the Page of Cups and then the Ace of Swords, which ties it. Oh my God. And then the Three of Wands. Look, and we have all this double confirmation right here and right here. Like, so let's see what you're going to say. Because I think that now that we're clarifying this, and you can swap the roles, but I really feel like this Page of Cups is coming from you. I do think that this is you, again, being the initiator here, you being the leader, you being forward and directing, I am orchestrating this. I don't know, I'm seeing like, what is it even called? Like an orchestra. There's all these different people playing different instruments, and then we have the music conductor, and he's got his, where's my selenite one? He's got his little, I don't even know what the fuck those little sticks are, but he's going like, got my lighter. Like, that's you, and maybe you're doing something music related. Or you have a lot of people that rely on you, or like, you're a very important person and you're directing the show. Like, you're the director. So you might be feeling a little bit of pressure, but nothing too crazy. Again, I don't really get that you're stressing or worked up about that. You seem like a very confident person. All right, Page of Cups for Gemini. And this is what came through. So we have the Prince of Swords, Queen of Swords, okay. Judgment, y'all are seeing this before me. Look at my screen. King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Okay, hold on. Just trying to make it make sense for a second because we got a lot. See, I feel like there's a lot of different people or a lot of, and even when we look at judgment, right? Like, look at this judgment call. I feel like this is you. You're the angel with the trumpet horn and you're blowing the horn and you're orchestrating. Everybody wake up. Everybody, let's get together. Let's come up with a solution. Let's get on the same page. Who's coming? Who's with me? Who's learned the lesson? Like, like everybody rise up. And you do mean business. If we're reading this Queen of Swords in this page, or not page, Prince of Swords, this feels like this is your energy, especially because it's air. I would, if this was opposite, if the cards came out like this, I'd be like, oh, there's somebody coming towards you. Or the way that you're directing this news, someone's like, what the fuck? They're kind of putting you in your place. But the way... the way they came out like this makes me feel more like you're certain on the actions that you're taking or what you're about to communicate or what you're about to express. And you're the one that is like initiating. Like that's how this seems. You're this director. You're directing the show. You're I wish we could get I might try a different deck here. But let me translate for a second, okay? Let me finish translating. I feel here you could be giving an ultimatum. I'm also hearing though, like no second chances for some of you. You're like, no, what's done is done. That's finished. We're gone. It's over. Okay. And there's no coming back from that or whatever you're expressing here. I'm gonna have to clarify the clarifiers because like, what is it you're expressing? Like a boundary, your expectations, what you're being very logical here based off facts, not fiction. You ain't have time for fiction and bullshit and baloney. But keep in mind, this is clarifying a page of cups. You're not saying this in a way that's completely emotionless or robotic. But there is a serious edge that you have. You're someone who is going to be demanding a lot of respect and just like nothing less. So then we have a King of Pentacles and King of Wands. So this could be representing someone with masculine energy or masculine traits or somebody who, I mean, they seem to be receiving this message quite well. They're actually proposing an offer or like they're giving a solution. And it's not just it's not just talk, it's walk too, right? King of Wands, he's action, action, action. King of Pentacles, he has something tangible, proof, physical evidence of like, here, I'm not just talking bullshit and talking nonsense. I'm actually showing you the evidence. I'm actually bringing you something that's sustainable, something legitimate. So you're like, I'm gonna need the facts. Say if you're, you own a apartment building and there's someone who wants to sign a lease, but you want to do a background check. You're like, let me see if you're actually employed. Let me see if you actually got money. Let me get the facts. Don't bullshit. Don't fidget all those numbers. Fidge those numbers. Whatever. Fudge those numbers. I need to see proof. I need to see evidence before I let you move in. And they're like, yep, here we go. Right here. You can check. You can call my banks. I got the proof. The proof's in the pudding. So, I don't know. Let me try. Where are we at with time? 33 minutes. Is it important? Should I really look more further into this? You know what you're going to say. Yeah. If you're the one that's communicating this, you know what you're going to say. And I'm going to just tell you that the outcome is really good. And you're going to be proven. Some of you are going to be proven wrong. Like, you might be going into this looking at it more in like a pessimistic way. Or it's maybe that doubtful, little restless energy from earlier about this new starter, about like, how is justice going to be served here? How is this really going to work out? Like, I don't know. I think it's going to be all right, but there's that little voice in the back of my mind be like, maybe I shouldn't get my hopes up sort of thing. But all I'll say is how it's being received. It's going to blow your expectations. If you're the one that is receiving this message, you're going to prove them wrong. Okay, somehow, some way. And it's all truly working out. So it doesn't matter which end you're on in this situation, it's truly working out. So let's see. 9 of Wands. Do I want to look into that? I feel like, again, that's just kind of like standing on your business, proving yourself, and being proud of yourself. I'm also hearing dominant. being dominant, showing your dominance, showing your strength, showing that you're capable, showing that you have what it takes, you have the skills, you have the, like, again, like, I seal that deal. Okay. Seal, and then like the animal, the seal, like, what would seal represent as like an animal spirit? Comment down below, because right now my mind is blank. They go both on water and land. I feel like that's representing adaptability. Comment down below. What do you think? What do you think? I'm asking the viewers. What would be your interpretation of a seal? Comment down below. Yeah, I don't know if I feel like I want to clarify 9 of Wands. We don't have a whole lot of time left. Let me just take a look into the I think the most important thing, I'm not going to look into the Page of Pentacles or the 3 of Wands. It's what you're expecting. Let's look into this new cycle that's being birthed. It's like golden opportunity. What's this one? Hangman reverse and the 8 of Swords reverse. Look at this mental breakthrough that you had. Huge breakthrough in like limiting beliefs or your perspective. Or remember, even what we said is like your approach may need to change, or switching up your approach might just be what I can't fucking speak. Yeah, you know, whatever the fuck I said at the beginning. That's what this is showing. Talking about the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles for Gemini. 8 of Cups. It's trying to fall out sideways, so. Fool with the Ace of Pentacles. We have 7 of Pentacles. Okay. 7 of Wands sideways. What's at the bottom? Strength, Justice, 3 of Swords. Okay. This tells me that this hasn't happened yet. This confirms for me this hasn't happened yet. Sorry, I got like a hair is like on my lip gloss. I hate that feeling. Oh my god. Get the fuck off. I feel there's like literally, I don't know. Okay. This is so stupid. I think it's gone. I don't know where the fuck it went because it's not on my fingers, but okay. This definitely looks like you're on the fence still. Like there's still this energy where you haven't fully walked away from this, or you've been given a lot to think about. 7 of Pentacles. You got like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Some of you are still you're like, is this the right time? Should I wait a little bit longer? I mean, when you know, you know. When you know, you know. Get out of your head. If we go back to these 2 cards, get out of your head and remember what we said at the beginning of this reading. Like a different approach, different tool, different method that leads to success, that leads to a different outcome, that leads to this desired outcome. Okay. 7 of Wands sideways, clarifying this. You could just be trying to protect yourself, or you're trying to be on guard, or you're looking for reasons why you shouldn't trust this or why you shouldn't believe what you see. Trust yourself and trust your eyes. 7 of Wands in the verse. There's a part of you that just kind of wants to knock down all walls, all barriers, all rigidness, and be like, all right, let's just embrace this. Let's just allow this. Let's just let this flow. But I see like there's an inner struggle. A little bit of an inner struggle. Can you tell us where we're at? 38 minutes. Okay, let me try. What could be helpful? Maybe I'll pull an archetype card and see what this new beginning, like the energy surrounding this new beginning, what does it look like? Oh, this fucking hair. What the fuck? Get off. I'm gonna have to ignore it. I'm gonna tune it out. Can you tell us what the energy of this new beginning looks or feels like? I'm feeling this Ace of Pentacles. It's the energy that represents this new beginning. Just give me 1 card. It's the energy surrounding this new beginning. The womb. It fucking hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet, but it's about to be birthed into your reality. It's safe. Okay, think about the womb, right? Divine feminine energy, the womb, birthing, creation. The womb is warm. the way they're putting it. It's warm, it's safe. What's at the bottom? Hold on. Agape, that's like unconditional love. I don't know. This feels like the mother's love, the womb, the mother's love, connection to life and birthing and breathing and new experiences. And like this just feels like a whole new life. Something about 9 months could be important. 9, right? We've seen the number 9 quite a few times in this reading. 9 has been a big one. Can you give us anything else? Because it's telling me it hasn't started yet. Like the womb, the incubation process, yeah, maybe that's been going on for 9 months or almost 9 months, but it's telling me this new beginning is about to happen. Like it's about to take place. It hasn't occurred just yet. The eternal child, literally, and then the lover. Talk about the eternal child. Talk about birthing. Watch out of pregnancies. Maybe that's what some of y'all are going through. So pregnancy, first time parent or something like that. The eternal child, this is more like tapping into your truest self. And remember we were talking about unraveling or unbecoming old versions, old identities, programmings, beliefs, things that just like are not truly in alignment with you, your soul, who you actually are, beneath the labels or expectations or what society tells us. That's what this eternal child is like, stripping all those layers so that you can be that free, spirited, authentic, loving, playful, limitless kind of self. Like that's what this is all about. That's what this energy surrounds this new beginning. I like that. Okay. And then the lover, like this does bring in love for life, love for yourself, love for others, love, romance, all of that good stuff. Bringing in a lot of passion, a lot of warmth, right? It's the warmth with the womb. It's just beautiful. Okay. So like that's the energy surrounding this new beginning. I'm not going to read too much further into that. I'm not going to read much further. I'm not even looking at the bottom. I don't even care. That is where we're going to leave your reading. Absolutely beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I missed you guys so much. I'm so excited to be back. And let me know how it resonates. And private readings available down below. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see y'all later. Have a fantastic day. Bye.